Hi everyone, today we're going to make a monkey ball kind of marble based game where the goal is to roll the object into kind of the goal or the ends place for the game. To start off you need to load up Unity and then get a 3D project going. You can call it whatever you want. I've called mine Student Monkey Ball, and once you do that you click create project and it'll slowly load up. So after you load it up, you'll have something like this. My layout might be different to yours. You might have the game all here. You might have the project and console together like that. I just prefer my layout just like this. So all I'm doing is just dragging with left click to break it up a little bit. The main reason I like this is so I can watch what I'm doing in the scene and what the game reflects. It's really good when you're doing UI. I've also changed my setting up here to be full HD because when you do free aspect, the UI doesn't show exactly what you want, and maybe the game looks a bit different to what you're expecting, stuff like that. So that's just kind of where I'm at with setting up. But so today we're gonna make monkey ball. So the goal is we want to get a ball rolling. So let's start off by just spawning in. So we right click in our hierarchy, we go 3D object, and we're gonna go with a sphere. So this will be our monkey ball. I'm gonna call it player ball. Like that. I can edit it up here if I wasn't happy with it, so I'll type it in again just to show. And I'm just going to change the tag to player so I know it's the player. Okay, so now we've got the ball in the game. I'm going to add, so we've got a couple of components here. So we've got a mesh filter, which is basically the shape. The materials, so we can change this and we can like make it look a bit different to what it's supposed to be, but I'm just going to leave it on default for now. We've got the collider here, which will be good so we can hit objects along the way. And I just need to add rigid body. So rigid body just means that it's going to have gravity. So if I press play, up the top you can see the ball's fallen, which is good. That means we're doing good. So what we need to do next is we just need to create a bit of a level. So I'm going to use a cube and I'm going to reset up to the top right, the position. I'm going to drag it down slightly with holding control, left control, and drag it down with the arrow just so it breaks up a little bit. And I'm going to leave it there. So it's right click to spawn in the cube. We reset its X, Y, and Z when it spawns in, and then we start dragging it down. So it should be around there. If it's not there, that's absolutely fine. But this is the same thing where it's got kind of the model is the material and the collider. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this scale tool here. Okay, so you've got a couple of tools here. You've got the view, move, rotate, scale, rect, transform. But I'm going to use the scale tool and I'm just going to pull out this blue. So now I'm going to make it quite long. And what I'm going to do here is just do the same like red. Now that's not going to be equal, and you can see up here the two kind of stats that have been made from that. So I might just change this to 10, and I might change this to 20. Oh, I might change it to 20. So now I've got this really long bit of the podium, or a little row here. Now I'm also just going to set up at the end, so I'm just going to Control C, Control V to copy and paste. I'm going to set this as 1, I'm going to set this as 5. So at the bottom here, I'm just slowly moving around by just dragging it. Also, you want to zoom in with the mouse wheel and you hold a right click to rotate. So here we go, and I'll drag this over here. I'm going to Control C, Control V once again, just so I can get another version over here. I'm going to Control C, Control V again. Now this time I need to rotate it, so I'm going to click the rotate tool up here. And I'm just going to slowly drag that around. And I want it to be a perfect 90, so I'm just going to make it 90 here. And I'm going to drag this down. And this time I'm going to scale this up, so I'm going to pull the blue. And we probably need about a 10 on there, so I'm going to make it 10. So hopefully you've got that going. So we've already got kind of a level here where we've got the platform, the ball that we're playing as, and the little end goal. I'm just going to right click in my assets here and go create, and then go to material, and I'm going to call this player material. Now this is up to you. You can set it as whatever you want. I think a lovely kind of, let's go for like a rosy pink. There we go. And we can drag that and throw it onto a player by literally dragging it into the scene and throwing it on. Now, if I press play now, what you should see is the ball should just hit this thing and nothing happens. So we need to work on trying to get some more scripts in here. But we've got a bit of a level now. We've got the setup going of what we need. The only thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click and create empty. And I want to call this level parent. And the reason why it's a level parent is in Unity we have parents and children. And that is basically within this hierarchy. If I drag this cube into this is now the parent of that cube. So when I move the parent around, the child comes with it. But if I move the child around, the parent, sorry, let me drag all these in and you'll see, sorry. So if I drag this one out here and I move the parent, they all move together like that. Okay? But we're going to put them all inside this parent, and this parent is going to basically be how we control the level. So that's our kind of player ball. We've got our level in there. We've basically got everything we need to start off with making the game.